Hello, hello, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kelly Ferguson. If you are new here, welcome. I'm in the middle of a daily vlog and recording about zines. Now, I'm not presenting myself as a zine expert. I'm just someone focusing the entire month of November on zines and creating a few zines that I've wanted to create. And so this is more of a kind of follow along and observe how I am making my way through a couple of zines. I'm on my second one right now that I will finish on Sunday, and then I will start a new one. The one that I'm on right now is a per zine about my story with scoliosis. And I've created, this will be my second draft. It'll probably need a third. No, I know it'll need a third. It's a little more involved. But I am really happy to have, gotten this far and actually got a draft made or almost done. The second one is almost done. So yeah, it's been great to have this month daily focus on creating something that I've wanted to do for a while and just have not put my mind to it. And here we are, putting my mind to it and my creativity and energy. So let me turn the camera around and we'll keep going with this zine. I have printed out a picture that I want to use in this next spread, which is all about my year in a body cast. So this is me having the cast put on. I had two, and it was changed every 6 months. And this was my first one. And then I've got some text to go with it. It's obviously not going to fit here, but I think I'm going to, there's chunks of it that I'm going to use, and that'll be part of the next draft process in terms of what stays, what doesn't, or if I want to refine the story a bit. Yeah, so this has also been a really good exercise in editing and really figuring out like what is the most critical point or part of like this particular part of the journey, and why I think ultimately this will flesh out into some book, because a 14-page zine is just not enough. But it's great in terms of really helping me figure out the bones of it and the structure of it and the most important stepping stones. So what I wanted to do, I do want to include this picture because I think it's a pretty good visual of like kind of how archaic this particular process was, because they don't do this style anymore. I don't even think they put patients in plaster casts. At least as far as I know, they don't. They put them in removable casts, and they have their patients like walking around like 1 or 2 days after surgery. And I was in bed for a week post-surgery and then put into a cast. And so I know things are different. This was done in the early 90s. And so I like the visual of this picture showing kind of like, whoa, this is old school. Because it just also captures like the time and how things were done back then. So I am not sure like where on the page I want to, like I might put it here. The other thing I wanted to do was kind of maybe visually draw what the cast looked like. One of the characters I kind of felt like during this time was SpongeBob SquarePants, because I basically was a square with legs and arms, and this thing was hard, so people like knocked on it. Yeah, it was like being in a turtle shell. At the time, I wish I would have thought like I felt like a teenage mutant ninja turtle, but I didn't. I kind of felt like SpongeBob. I don't know. I didn't feel cool during this time. So they cut this hole out so that my breasts could grow, but they did not. I think I was naturally kind of going to have small breasts, but like, yeah. So this hole wasn't really doing anything other than giving me a little room to breathe. But I don't know if that looks like breasts. It looks like another face, doesn't it? Well, I'm going to leave it there for now, because I do allude to it in the text, like what that hole was for. So it'll make sense. I think I do want to have like a title here. And I think I want to do it in blue. Yeah. So okay. And then this text in. So I might speed through this. I think this captures the bones of this particular aspect of the story. I do want to redo. I don't like the way that looks, but that's obvious. Redo title. I do like what I have down here. So I'm going to put this in, fold this into the story, which comes after this bit. Boop. And boop. And then I have 1, 2, 3, and then the back. So 3 more pages and then the back cover, which is pretty basic actually. I kind of already have an idea of what that's going to be. But yeah, we are moving along, and I've got ideas for just switching things up the following week to do something completely different, still with zines, but just a very different vibe. This obviously is a very personal story and journey that I'm glad I'm extracting like from my mind and actually putting it into some physical form. I think, you know, I'm telling myself like just to be patient with this process, because it's not, this is different than any other zine I've done. Like I've really put a lot of like thought and into like what I want to say about this story, and it's obviously very personal. So and one that was like such a big significant part of my life, you know, it was like the first big thing that I ever really endured. So, you know, there's a lot to it, and I'm glad I'm documenting it. It's very therapeutic to put this story out in this form. And like I said, maybe, well, I'm pretty sure I would love to get this into a book form someday, but I think this is a great place to start and have a zine about it. So, all right, we'll carry on tomorrow. Take care.